Do you know anybody that doesn't have a problem? Exactly. Everybody's got them. So talk about a show with wide subject appeal. From my 1974 Sunday show, here's What's Your Problem?
Of course, in this day and age, everyone has problems, probably more so in this day and age than at any other time in history, because as society gets larger, the complications of living, become so much more and so much more severe. Not only more of them, but more difficult to solve. So I have donned my hat, and I am going to try to solve your problem or give you advice, all right? What's your problem or what troubles you? And I have any information now that I may give you or any advice. Remember, accept it for exactly what it's worth, all right? All right, Iva, what is your problem now?
Well, on weekends,
yes,
the family all want to eat at a different time.
Uh-huh.
So all I do on weekends is cook, clean up the table, and wash dishes. So...
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
All right, here's what I would suggest now. On Friday evening, I would cook like a ham or something, right?
Yep.
And then cut the ham up into little pieces and put it in the icebox. And then anytime anyone wanted to eat on the weekend, point to the icebox and about 3 or 4 loaves of bread and say, there it is, self-service on the weekends. And that would be your way to solve that problem.
Okay, now that's gone by Friday night at bedtime or Saturday night at bedtime. Okay, you've got Sunday.
How close do you live to a restaurant?
Oh, a long way. Even from a grocery store, so I have to pile it in, see.
Well, that is a ticklish problem.
Well, I thought of a remedy better than that.
What's that?
Leave home on Friday night.
Now there's an idea. I can see that your problem is directly related to the fact that you get out of the regimentation on the weekends, where you have a normal things that people do during the weekday.
That's right.
So maybe why don't you see if you can find activities, planned activities on the weekends where everybody would remain regimented throughout the week.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to.
Ivan, thanks.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. 585-2385. What's your problem? What troubles you? And just position yourself on the couch now, and what is your problem?
I have a broken arm and I can't go swimming.
Well, first off, how did you get the broken arm? Swimming?
I was roller skating last Thursday night and I fell.
I see. And you have a cast?
Yes, sir.
And that prevents you from, does it prevent you from swimming, or the cast may fall apart if you get in the water?
Well, like the cast might fall apart when it gets in the water.
That would be a problem. All right, now how long are you going to have to wear the cast?
Till the end of June.
Till the end of June. Okay, that would leave you how many months now of sunshine and good weather to still go swimming?
Oh, 1 or 2, I guess.
Okay, well, you don't have a whole long time to wait before you can get the cast off now. And what I would suggest is in the interim period, maybe since you can't go swimming, maybe you can still go down to the pool and streak or something. I don't know. But it is, I can see that it would be a problem. Do you really like to swim?
Yes, sir.
Well, I would suggest you do have a problem there, and I don't know really how to solve it for you. I would suggest, though, that you not go swimming for certain. And maybe. Now I have a brilliant idea. Of course, when you go swimming, you probably go swimming with your boyfriend or something like that, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, now if you ever have a problem with your boyfriend, what you can do is you can go to the pool to swim, and while the other girls are swimming, you see, you can stand up on the top deck there in the chair and talk to all the boys and maybe come up with a couple of new boyfriends.
Oh.
So it could be beneficial for you.
Okay.
Okay, Ann. Have a happy day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bob, you're celebrating what today?
Our 30th wedding anniversary, which is really tomorrow, but we're celebrating it today.
30 years.
30 years with a lovely woman, yes.
What is her name, Bob?
Her name is Helen.
Helen? Bob and Helen. 30 years.
Yes, and we're going to have 30 more, God willing.
Bob, now I want to ask you, our original question on the Happy Line this afternoon is, what's your problem or what troubles you? Now, in 30 years, I'm sure that there must have been some things come up in that relationship that caused problems, you know. What would you say is the most difficult thing about two people living together for 30 years?
Well, I'll put it this way. You know, a lot of people think that marriage life is one of these 50-50 propositions, and it isn't.
What is it?
Well, it depends on individuals. I know there were times when my wife gave in to me 100%.
So you would think instead of a 50-50 proposition, it's 100%, 100%.
That's right. A lot of times she has given in to me, and after that I knew I was wrong, and vice versa. Life is never a 50-50 proposition. If you really love someone, you're going to turn around and try to understand their faults, and I've got a lot of them. My wife has one or two, and I'm both of them. But, no, it's... well, we've had our ups and downs, just like anybody else. But if you love somebody, you're going to understand him, and you're really going to go and say, well, okay, I'll overlook his faults, or I'll overlook, and you got to help one another. You know, a woman works in the kitchen. Get in there and give her a hand.
Right. All right. Now I want to ask you, Bob. Recently, we had the women's liberation movement, you know, which has altered the relationships in some marriages. Did you have any of that problem or that situation come up?
Oh Lord, no. Thank God for that. But by the same token, if they want women's lib, more power to them. I don't misquote me on that. But, you know, you have to pitch in, and you don't marry a person to make them unhappy.
That's true. That's a very good point. Bob, I thank you for your call, and I have a piece of music that I'll play very shortly for the both of you.
To the prettiest girl in the world.
I've made a note of that. Thank you for your call, Bob.
And thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
What's your problem, or what troubles you?
Yes, sir. My biggest problem is I've been working at a grocery store for about the last 2 years, and I've done a lot of work for this company, a lot of work off the clock, you know, not being paid for.
Right.
Coming in and working on my own time and trying to do my best. And the problem seems to be there's 6 or 7 other boys that work there. But my problem was I asked them if I could have the day off tomorrow to go see the finals of this baseball game that are in the Louisville area.
Right.
And I was just wondering what should I do about it, or is there any suggestion you might have?
Well, did you get the day off?
No, sir.
What did they say? Why you couldn't?
That's just a rule they have, but the only reason I ask is I feel like I'm no better than anybody else, but like I have said, I've worked hard for my money, and I've done a lot of work off the clock, and I do a lot of things there that the other boys won't do, like clean up the toilets and different things like that, and I just feel like for doing these extra things that I just don't think it's asking too much, and
right.
It upsets me a little bit.
Right. Well, I think a person should be employed at a place where they're appreciated, and many times, you know, management is aware of things that employees may do above and beyond the call of duty,
yes,
and if management is progressive, they reward in some way that employee for the additional effort.
Yes, sir.
And if management may not be progressive, they may not be aware of these things or may not do these things. So I think that if, you know, it's nice when the employee and management have a reciprocal feeling for one another. And I think that one good additional above and beyond the call of duty piece of business from the employee, again, should be reciprocated by the employer and vice versa.
Yes.
And I think you may have a problem in progressive management there, and so you probably would have to make a decision. You know, it's what matters to you or what means the most to you, and this management may not change. Perhaps there's another management in the same type of field that is more progressive.
Well, I thank you very much, sir, for talking to me. I really do appreciate it. And if WHAS isn't the best radio station, I don't know what is.
Mark, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Amy, what is your problem, dear?
Well, my friend has a brace on, and everybody calls her Bracette.
Bracette. Is your friend there?
Huh?
Is your friend there?
Yes.
Let me talk to Amy. Let me talk to your friend. What is your friend's name?
Carmen. Carmel.
Carmel?
Uh-huh.
Let me talk to Carmel.
Okay.
Going to get it right from the horse's mouth now. Carmel? Hello, Carmel.
Yeah?
Yes, now, the first thing in solving a problem is to make sure we get all the facts right. And if we had to go through Amy, that would be secondary information, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is your problem for sure there, Carmel?
Well, see, everybody calls me bracehead because I have curvature of the spine, which is called scoliosis.
Right.
And so they just call me bracehead because it looks all weird on me.
So they call you brace what?
Bracehead.
Bracehead. Okay. Well, now, hopefully, we have become somewhat enlightened, more so today than in years past. You know, I can recall when I went to school, if someone had braces on their teeth, you know, young people would make fun of them because they would not understand. You know, these children would be different, you know, from other children, right?
Right.
Okay, so I think today, do you notice anybody making fun of other people with braces on their teeth today? Does that still exist in school?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's a degree of enlightenment that young people have obtained, and perhaps maybe not during the time that you have to wear the body brace. You know, this transition may not occur to where people don't make fun of that, but it will be coming, you know, in other years coming up. It doesn't help you, but you can at least see that perhaps in 3 or 4 years, a body brace may be looked on just like braces on your teeth, you know, that it's something that a person has to do in order to correct a problem in later years, right? Do you think to have times that you might think that you may not want to wear that brace?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right. You should also think about maybe 10 years from now, as when you become a young woman, how important wearing the brace now will be. You know, because hopefully by that time the brace will have solved the problem, right?
Right.
So you may have to put up with a little hassle from people that really don't have a whole lot of insight into life, you know. And this might be an excellent criteria for which to judge your friends. If you know, I'm sure you would want friends that are enlightened people, you know. And if people joke about it, then I think this would show their degree of enlightenment. So maybe you can choose your friends on the basis of how they feel about your brace, you know?
Yeah.
It has an advantage. Carmel, thank you for calling.
Okay.
Bye-bye.